Now we got to move on before we have no place to go. How many fresh coats of paint is it gonna take to make the shack feel like a home? Foundation is sinking fast, never gonna last as fast as time now, don't you know? There's no need to complicate, just for the sake of making everything move slow. Ow.
Weekly Wednesday Sessions is devoted to Seattle's musical history in the jazz, funk, and soul scene. We will be exploring artists' history and influences in a live stream format where you will have a chance to interact while enjoying on-the-spot live performances. Turn up the sound because Weekly Wednesday Sessions begins now. Welcome to the show. I'm here with R.L. Heyer.
Hey, folks.
That's right. You will know him from Big Tooth and formerly from, not formerly from, but the Cracker Factory. You're well known for being a part of that as well. Of course, that's your ensemble.
Yep.
Yeah, there's I've heard that name quite a bit getting passed around. That's for sure. I don't think I myself have gotten a chance to really see your group, so I'm really excited about all this footage that I got a chance to see, getting to know you and checking out what's been going on and whatnot in your life. Well, I want to go right into some music, and so we can get that going right away, and then we're going to get into some interviewing, and we're going to do some more music, and then we're going to do some videos, and then we're going to be exploring your history. We're going to be just learning anything and everything we can about you tonight. All right?
Nice.
All right, here we go. So the first song that we're going to do is called Something's Missing.
heart's about to explode. Feel my mind's been scattered today, or any day I'm alone. Oh, oh, any day I'm alone. Any day I'm alone. Any day I'm alone. Any day I'm alone.
Oh, well, I'll clap for us. Oh, that's so much fun. Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
RL.
man, it was great playing with you. That's,
Yeah,
awesome.
I don't think we've. I'm trying to think back to when we've had opportunities to play with each other, because I know you through the scene. I've seen you around quite a bit. I've seen you around quite a bit, and I know we have a lot of common friends, a lot of common
Right.
musicians, and I know that we have done something together at some point.
yeah, I mean, there was like I remember you doing an open mic at the Sea Monster when Emily was hosting it.
Yeah.
I remember you doing that, but I don't know if I actually played with you or if I was just watching.
No, I don't.
I don't
no,
think-
I don't
I don't think I
think
played
in that
with you.
situation either.
But oh no! But that same night you did get up. You jumped up, and when I was playing with like Joe and Scott or something.
Oh, okay.
I think you might have just sang though. I
Yeah,
don't know-
possibly.
I don't know if you played.
Very, very possibly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's an honor to have you here. I have a lot of respect for you, big time. I actually have him on one of my recordings that's going to be coming out.
Nice. That's a
Really-
great song, man. I
Hey,
like
thank
that.
you, thank you. It's called "Let Love Decide." It's not out yet, but it should be soon. I have another track in the works as well, so keep your ears and eyes peeled for that. But this show is all about you. What I want to know right now is about. Okay, so one of the main things of reasons why I'm bringing people in is because I want to dive into the history of Seattle. So I'm trying to pick people that I know that have either been influencers or hugely influenced by Seattle and the scene here, and have been a part of it, understand different aspects of it. So I'm curious, when you think about Seattle's history and you think about where you've been, what you've experienced here, like how would you describe the scene here in Seattle?
Man, that's a long. You're in for a long answer if you want.
I just had CD in last time, so
Yeah, that cat can talk. Gotta love CD.
yes, oh, I love it, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, like I'll just go back to like junior high. When I was in junior high, that's like when like all those Seattle bands were hitting the big time, you know.
Okay.
Like Pearl Jam and
All right.
and Soundgarden and Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
And Nirvana, and I was hugely influenced by that. You know, I mean, I was one of those kids wearing flannel shorts or flannel shirts and shorts with combat boots. You know, that kind of thing. So I mean,
Okay.
and my dream when I was 15, I actually had a kind of a rough go. For a couple of years with my parents, we had some disagreements, and I ran away a few times. It's all good now. That's why I'm smiling about it. But
I've run away once in my life. It's I feel you a little bit on that.
nice. But my plan actually was that I was going to run away and like hitchhike to Seattle and become a street musician. Like that's what I was going to do when I was 15. That was my big plan.
That's your big plan. In Seattle, because
Yeah, in Seattle. Like, I mean, no, well, I grew up in Cheney, so I'm like from the other side of the state.
Oh, okay, okay.
And
I was actually born in Pasco, and so
Oh,
spent
nice.
a good more portion of my time, growing up, my younger years over in Eastern Washington for sure. So
Totally.
Definitely with it over there.
yeah, I mean, I moved over here when I was 18, and no, I guess I was 19. And then I quickly moved back with my tail between my legs. I had to sell a bunch of gear to make rent, and it's like, man, city's harsh.
Yeah.
And so I moved back, and then got on a cruise ship, did some cruise ship work for about a year.
Really?
Yeah, and I mean, I can get into that story too if you want. There's
Well,
it's pretty short, but I'll skip that for now. But then came back to Seattle to like start a band, and you know, some
Which
guys.
Which band did you start at that point?
At that point, it was Otis P and the Jive Funk.
Oh wow. What's
And
what's your inspiration for that title?
okay, so back in my junior high days, I acquired the nickname Otis.
Oh.
Because I played in I have two older sisters. They both sing and play piano.
Oh, cool.
And they started singing backups in this cover band when I was like 11, and there were tons of people, and it was like a 9-piece band. I would tag along. Actually, it was an 8-piece band, and I would tag along to rehearsals. I was the 4th guitarist. I would just like bring my guitar, be like, "Hey, I'm gonna play with you guys."
Oh wow.
And so what happened was the band kind of went through some changes. The lead guitarist was no longer with the band, and I became like there was me and another guy that was like, you know, 18 or 19, and so it became like 2 guitars, and then the front guy also played guitar. A guy named Bill Bunsey. He's a really good entertainer.
Okay.
Anyway, so we were at that point we were still this 9-piece band.
Wow.
Big band, like
Yeah.
like three backup singers, including my 2 sisters. And then we kind of split off. We split off with the bass player and drummer, and
Okay.
had a band called 925 because then we were a 5-piece.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cover band. And then so that went through a little change, and then became another thing. And my friend Jay,
That's awesome.
yeah, funny cover band names. And my friend Jay Paulson ended up becoming the bass player, multi-instrumentalist. Like, we started teaching one of my sisters to play bass.
Oh wow.
So that he could play guitar.
Oh, okay.
And so he's actually the one that he started calling me like Otis Spunkmeyer. And then and yeah. Well, cuz somebody thought my name was Laurel one time, because I said RL. And they were like, Laurel? And so they started calling me Laurel as a joke. And they was like, "What goes with Laurel?" He's like, "Otis. Laurel Otis Spunkmeyer. That's your name."
Can you get the upper light real quick? Yeah. I'm gonna try and get the there we go.
There's the vibe. There's the vibe.
That's what I was going for. Yeah. Otherwise, you're a little overblown. I was looking over at the screen. I'm like, ooh, you're looking like a ghost. We got to take care of that.
But then it evolved into so the Otis thing was like my nickname. Like, it still is. There are people that still call me Otis, and then later on, like when I was 19, like right before I moved to Seattle, we were playing this game called Karmic. And you would like drive a car, and it's like Demolition Derby style. Like, you drive around and smash stuff.
Okay.
And so one of the drivers that you could be was Otis P. Jive Funk.
Oh, really?
So that like became like, it was like, oh wow, that really speaks to me because my name's Otis.
There you go.
You know. And so we started the band.
Awesome.
We actually started out being called Sack and a Half Rack. And that didn't go well. So we switched it to Otis P and the Jive Funk.
Okay. Oh, okay. This is quite the windy path we're going down. Of all these names, this is wow.
No, but okay. So Seattle music.
Okay. So I want to rewind, and let's so Seattle's music. What I want to talk about is Seattle is known for many people out there will know that would be happy to learn that Seattle is known for their improvisation. That is, in many other cities, usually a song is like, there's a form, there's a starting, that's like the starting point, is there some kind of song, and then you can kind of go wherever from there. But Seattle has a unique thing going on where a lot of bands tend to like to get together and just make it all up. Like for example, we keep bringing up, Mojam Mondays is an ode to that
Right.
sort of thing. And also, like Marmalade kind of goes down
Totally.
that realm a lot. I'm curious what your take is on the improv scene, and what jams have you been to? Who have you met? Is there any particular venues that you used to go to, or anything that
Absolutely. Yeah, like way back, probably in like 2007, 8 era, back down at the Lo-Fi Performance Gallery.
Okay, yeah, lo-fi, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they had a Wednesday night thing called Rub.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
Oh, it was dope. It was like Steve Scalfati was doing it. It was kind of him, and like it was kind of a rotating cast. I was on it for quite a while.
Uh-huh.
Intermittently. Like
My notes.
I don't think I did it every single week, but I did it pretty often. And it would be like Aaron Walker Loud on drums, which I knew him from Andy Coe's band Iguales.
That's Andy Coe's band?
Like back in like
Iguales?
2000 Iguales.
Iguales.
Like Spanish for equals. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
That's cool.
yeah, it was like a power trio kind of thing, and super dope. Scotty X, I don't know if you know Scotty X.
Yeah, definitely.
He was in that. CD was doing it every so often, and then Tiffany Wilson was one of the main singers. Tiffany and Tiffany.
That's how I know Scotty, actually,
Nice,
from playing with Tiffany.
Yeah. And it was great. Like Tiffany and Rajni. I don't know Rajni's last name.
I'm not recognizing the name.
But they were like the two front people, like making up the words on the fly, and that's what it was. Like we would just like Scalfati would start something, or like I think we would just take turns starting stuff.
Wait, what was it called again?
Lo-fi.
No, the
Rub.
jam.
Rub, yeah.
Rub at the lo-fi. Okay. I kept wanting to like burn or like I don't know why.
And it was really cool. Like I'm amazed when singers can just like make stuff up, because I don't really have that. I don't know. I've never developed that, because at improv jams I'm like playing the guitar, and I'm not trying to make up words.
Right.
I'm trying to make up melodies and chord progressions and like groove. Like that's kind of my go-to thing. I'm
It's
like
tough.
listening and reacting.
It's definitely tough. Sometimes I know when I do it, sometimes I'll fall back on some lyrics and stuff that I've done. I think what really helps is if you've learned like a ton of covers, or written a ton of songs, it's like you start to pick up these strings of words, these like common phrases, just things that you tend to hear,
I get inside my own head so much that I think too much about what's coming out of my mouth.
I get that.
It's like I really have a hard time turning that off, and so it's like before I say something or sing it, it's like I think, and then the moment's gone,
Well, let's give them an example of doing an improv here.
Sweet. I might fall back on some lyrics, or if you want to sing, like if you.
Maybe we can I could build off of something you got, or whatever. We'll figure it out. If you feel something, sing it. And
Cool.
if I do, I'll sing it too. And that's, I mean, it tends to be how it goes. You know, you just kind of do what you feel. I mean, you want to make sure you're feeling it. Let's see.
to me now. Come on over to me now. Sweet love, you gotta hold on to me now. You gotta hold on to me now. Sometimes I find myself just waking up, wishing you were around. But then I find myself just wanting to make up, to hide my frown. Whoa, sweet thing, won't you come on closer, darling? Come on closer, darling. Sweet thing, oh, won't you come on closer, darling? Come on closer, darling. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Whoa, oh, oh. La da 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 da. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Whoa, 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 oh, oh. Da 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 da. You know I wanna be closer to you, darling. Every time I close my eyes, I'm wishing you were in my mind a little bit longer. I keep on feeling this longing for you. Do-do-do-do-do-do. But don't forget that it's just another day. I'll be closer to you soon. Sometimes I wish you never went away, no. But it's alright. It's okay, it's gonna be a better day. When I get closer to you, I say, sweet thing, won't you get on over, baby? Come on over, baby. Sweet thing, won't you come on closer, baby? Come on over. Won't you come on over? Yeah. Yeah. Take a solo.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I can do that.
Oh,
all night.
you're quick. You're really quick on jumping on those things. Oh my gosh! Wow.
It's all those nights following Joe.
Oh yeah, yeah. I bet. You know, you're just following another Joe.
Yep.
Don't you know? So that's so much fun. Oh my gosh! I'm so glad to be doing this. I miss music so much. I miss this.
Yeah. This is what I've been missing too, man.
Yeah, it's great. We've done a gig now, essentially. Now,
Totally.
Finally. Yeah, it's so cool. Okay. So the next section that I really want to talk to you about. By the way, that was so cool. How you're able to pick up on those. Pick up on the harmonies. We both went up at the same time. We both went down at the same time. Like there was a lot of just natural intuition sort of things happening. That's what we're talking about. When I'm talking about the improvisation in Seattle, I'm talking about the scene that's happening and what we do, the on the spot, on the fly. We don't know what's going to happen. You know, I had a hard time remembering what my chorus was at the very beginning, and so you did a really good job of just kind of following down, you know, which direction I went.
This ain't my first rodeo.
It's tough. It's tough to remember all that sort of stuff.
But gosh, that was so much fun. Let's go on. So what I want to talk to you about next is because we're gonna segue into you doing a song by yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
And to get there, I'd like to actually take a moment to talk about your influences as a composer.
Okay.
Like what? Because there's, listening to your music, there's a huge variety of influences I can tell. I mean, the vastness of the rock realm and the vastness of the funk and the soul realm, but you also have hints of jazz and whatnot in there. You have horn arrangements happening. So you obviously have a little bit of, perhaps there's well, I'll just let you say instead of me trying to guess. But yeah, where would you say? What do you say is your strongest influences as a composer?
Man, that's a tough one. I mean, I'm kind of all over the map, and it's been like a long road. I mean, there were. I'll go back to Otis P and the Jive Funk. Like in that era, I was so about Frank Zappa, like just enthralled with everything that Zappa ever did, and if I had a band that was doing that, then I would be happy as a clam at high tide, as my dad says.
Okay.
So like getting like
my brothers just went clam digging the other day. They weren't; those clams weren't too happy. But anyways.
Yeah, they're not too happy when you eat them. So I mean, I spent a long time like trying to do music that was interesting to other musicians, but maybe not so much to other people.
In what way? I'm not
well,
quite, because I have a few different ways that I think about that. Because like I think like certain styles can be like people get attracted, like they have very niche set of people that like follow it kind of thing.
Right.
But what do you mean?
Well,
exactly?
I mean, for instance, Frank Zappa. Like,
oh right.
There aren't a whole lot of non-musician type people, or at least people that are super into outside stuff.
Yeah.
That are gonna appreciate Frank Zappa, because it's freaking weird, man.
It definitely can be, that's for sure.
and it's all over the map, super eclectic. Like,
yeah,
it could be like going down this classic rock path, and then all of a sudden there's like this xylophone thing happening. Like,
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
what's going on?
Exactly, yeah.
It's super super eclectic, but then also, I mean, things like funkadelic, like my friend Shane from Cracker Factory. Who his band, I'll give a plug for his band now, Karmic Unrest.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty amazing stuff. But Shane was also super into Zappa, but he's the one who got me into Parliament Funkadelic stuff. Really, like when I met him, he had a 7-piece funk band.
Okay.
That did a lot of like P-Funk and Earth, Wind and Fire, and then some originals too, and that sort of thing. And
I feel that my band is the same way. I was like, I had to have a 7-8 piece band, like
yeah.
That was my minimum requirement.
Totally.
You gotta have those horns. It just ain't a band without horns. It just feels like, to me,
it's so much power, and that's super fun.
The texture and everything about it is just super cool. But then there's a lot of work you have to do to write for all those parts and whatnot.
Indeed.
That's the next challenge. And that's the thing, is like whenever I see a band that has like horns and whatnot in their band, they're going that extra length, to present the music. It just takes a little extra knowledge to get there.
Totally, yeah. Because I mean, even if it's the horn players arranging the parts, like they've got to think of what to do. There are some really talented horn players that are in the improv scene that can do that on the fly, and they're just like somebody jamming, and there's like 3 horn players, and they're like,
Yep.
off the mic. Okay, we're gonna do something like this, and then they just do it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
And it's
And we
it's
just
amazing to
had
watch.
one of our CD was here last time.
Oh yeah,
and
he's definitely
yeah, he's one of those cats.
next level stuff there.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely.
Yeah.
And
But I mean, composer wise, I don't know. One of my favorite, like Beatles, like Lennon McCartney stuff. Definitely top 5. Chris Cornell,
okay.
probably a huge influence, composer wise. Yeah, man. There's just there's a whole array of I mean, I'm almost 42. I've had a long time to be influenced by music, and I just love more and more of it the older I get. You know.
I feel that. Yeah, yeah. Especially especially when we have new artists coming up that are like eclectic right from the get go. Because all this stuff is like on the table now, like and we kind of go, Jacob Collier is somebody that I like, I'm just like, whoa,
Right.
mind blow, just like
Totally.
whoa. But then we have like Snarky Puppy, for example, that's like mixing the orchestration factor with the jazz, with the rock, with the funk, with the, it's it's all like mixing up all together, and that's I love that. I absolutely love that. That it's
Totally.
going down that, just there's no off limits. It's like when I named my band Tetra Box, it's because it's tetra meaning multiple colors, and the idea is I didn't want to have any boundaries to what colors I can access, and just whatever's necessary for the music.
Nice.
And
nice.
and I recognize some of that in what you're doing. I'm very impressed by the recordings I've heard, and your musicianship all around. Whenever I've seen you performing live, in various bands, because this guy's been in a lot of bands, a lot of bands. We're gonna get there in a sec. So, but
Cool.
right now, would you be interested in showing them another one of your
Yeah.
compositions here?
Yeah. This one, this is a song. I've got. I had this ambition. Just a quick setup for this. I released a solo album like it's 6 years ago now, and in the process of mixing it, like I engineered and recorded it and mixed it all myself, and in the process, played most of it myself. And in the process of that, I watched this movie Sound City. I don't know if you've seen that. It's all about the studio of the same name, Sound City, and
I'm sticking
it's
it
like
on my list.
it's a
Write it
classic
down
studio
right
from like the 70s where like Fleetwood Mac recorded and
now. Okay.
and like Tom Petty recorded there.
Okay.
And it was known for this
Well, then,
for the sound.
okay.
Like, they've got a Neve board, Neve console, and Dave Grohl ended up buying it. And so it's a great movie. I highly recommend watching it. But part of like by today's standards, the studio itself is like nothing special really, except for the Neve, and like the history, like, and it's got this vibe, and it was all about getting musicians together in the room, and like that was the sound, was like the band making the music, together live.
Yeah, which is almost becoming a lost art.
It's almost a thing of the past.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it still exists in some form, but I mean, the curve of music has gone to this place where it's got to sound pristine every single note. There's no room for those imperfections anymore, especially in like pop music.
Which is really sad that it's taken that turn, because I feel like it's turned people off, created this unreal expectation of each other.
Oh, right.
And
yeah.
so people feel like they can't make mistakes, or everything's just, oh, I'm a horrible person, blah, blah, blah. I can't do
Right,
anything,
right.
you know? But gosh, you listen to the legends of the past, and when they could not take takes after, I mean, like, they couldn't cut this piece of this one and this piece of that one, and, you know, to make that perfect pristine, and then pitch shift this little spot, you know, they couldn't
Right.
do that. As like, they were either really good, you know, but even when they were really, really good, you could still hear little flaws and realness in it.
Right, right,
It was still there. You could tell it was a human being, not
Exactly.
just a robot of some kind, you know?
But in the course of that, I was mixing this solo record that was pretty much all me. Like, there's one song that I had Scotty Goodwin play drums on, and Bob play some vibraphone. That's one song, and then the rest of it was like I'm playing drums and bass and guitar, and singing everything. I had my sister and nephew like sing some backups on a couple tunes. But in the course of like mixing it, I watched that movie, and I was like, man, I think I just have to start over. I think I need to get a band together and play this music, like go into a studio and spend a week and just cut the album.
Oh, wow.
You know, and
That's
so
real,
that's what
yeah, real
that's
school
what I
style.
really wanted to do, and I kind of shelved it for a minute. We moved to a different house, and I kind of just forgot about the album for a minute. A few months later, I listened to it. I was like, actually, you know what? It's not that bad. I kind of like it. I'm gonna tweak it, and so I put it out. And then I did put a band together to play the album release, and I wanted like this bigger band. It was like it ended up being a 6-piece band. It's like I had Kathy play guitar, and
You've done a lot of work with her. I was going through the videos online, and it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
there's with Kathy, there's with Kathy, there's with Kathy. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
awesome.
We
It's
had
awesome.
we had a
Kathy's
few
work
years
is
where we were doing a bunch of stuff, and actually this Friday I get to play with her
Oh,
power
cool.
trio.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's exciting. Well, what's the name of the song you want
Yeah,
to do?
so this song is called
Well, I apologize. Apologize that the sound stopped for just a moment there. It's not on your end. It's actually I set up a different scene, and It's just the nature of setting up scenes. Let's do it one more time here.
Sweet.
Yeah, it should be now.
Is it going now? Sweet.
Dang it. Actually, before you start, I'm sorry to stop it. I'm sorry. And the reason why is because that means they missed part of your story.
Oh, okay.
And so I would like you to go ahead and tell what your story your setup that you were given for this.
Cool,
again.
yeah. So I wrote this song in the Houston airport, and I was just kind of thinking about what things look like when you actually look through somebody else's eyes. For instance, this is the first line of the song. So for instance, like when I see, let me turn this. There we go. When I see something that's red, I know it's red. You know it's red. But if I were to look at it through your eyes, would it look green, or blue, or black, or some other color?
Right.
Like the way it hits your eyes and the way that your brain processes that information, is it could be different. And I don't know, and like I'm not sure if anybody knows.
I could actually be seeing purple.
Yeah, totally.
You're seeing red.
So that's what this song's called. Is Through Your Eyes. Does this red that you see look more like green to me? I wonder. Does the glow of city light make the moon shine less bright? I wish that you could see the world through my eyes. If you're feeling uninspired, should your craft be retired? I wonder if your life at its best is just half of a Rorschach test. I wish that I could see the world through your eyes. Would truth be lies? Frogs be flies, swarming round road apple pies. Would dark be bright, wrong be right? I see through your eyes. If the whole looks like a half, is there a hole inside your glass? I wonder. Yeah. If you're feeling oppressed, have a seat and join the rest. I wish wish that I could see the world through your eyes. Would truth be lies? Frogs be flies? And would you realize that everything dies? Would dark be bright? Wrong be right? I wish that I could see the world through your eyes. Through your eyes. Through your eyes. Wanna join in? Yeah. The live fade.
Yeah. I forgot. I was like, oh yeah, I have a volume. I can do it too.
Nice, nice.
That was so much fun.
Comment, so soulful the way you're playing.
Nice, nice.
Oh, it's not. My thing isn't switching. Let's go back to studio mode. Just 1 second. Oh, did my things stop working? Interview. There we go. Sorry, my shortcuts seem to have stopped working. Let me check something real quick. Still got sound and everything. Everybody can hear everything. We're still good. Making sure. All right. Cool. All right. Well, dude, that was awesome. That was super
Thanks,
cool.
man. Yeah, dude. I'm glad you jumped in.
Hey, thanks for inviting me in.
Oh, yeah.
I like tried to switch it back to the main thing so they could see me again, but like my shortcut didn't work. I like looked up. I'm like, ah, but that's all right. That's all right. It's still lots of fun. That's great. Honestly, when you came here, I didn't know that you were going to be doing looping. I didn't know.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
it's an awesome surprise. It's a good segue from the last show too. So that way there was like kind of this looping theme going on. So that's kind of cool.
Nice. Yeah, you and CD have do a lot of stuff together, right?
Yeah, we do a bit.
What was that group called?
Closed circuit.
Closed Circuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys were like all wired together.
Yep. It was
Like a 4-hour setup.
Oh my gosh, don't even get me started. Yes. Our setups, yes, sometimes would take a long time, and we'd have rehearsals, and sometimes the rehearsals didn't include any rehearsing. It was just all trying to get things to work. Because Ableton, it wasn't they didn't have the link program going at the time, and so like there was a lot of hit and miss happening. A lot of somebody would drop out for a moment, and we'd have to like reboot everything, and it was oh jeez.
Oh, man.
But that's been remedied since.
Nice.
So I want to take just one moment real quick. The proceeds of whatever gets donated tonight is going to be split between RL and myself, so that way I can help pay for the cost of obviously running this, and obviously and give you some money for your time and whatnot as well.
Much obliged.
So and that comes from you. So I'm going to give you just a moment right now to see the information as to where to send the funds, and for your support. Your support means everything to me, that's for sure. It definitely means the world to all of us artists out here who are struggling. And so here's that information for you. Cool. All right. Again, we're here with RL Hire. He's a guitarist, a composer, a singer, a producer. I'm very impressed with your producing abilities. Like, are the tracks that you sent me like generally like? Oh, did you do the mastering stuff too? I'm curious.
Okay, so I've just been doing like fake mastering.
Fake mastering? Like,
Yeah, no,
what,
like-
sending it into that website? Please don't tell me that.
No, I did do that for a test one time.
Testing it out once.
It works well for that. For
Really?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
I haven't tried it, so I'm a little leery.
Andrew
of, like,
Vate
just-
turned me onto it. I think we may have done it on the first time Big Tooth released You're Gonna Make It. I think we just used that. What's that website called?
There's a few.
Yeah,
So
I don't remember.
I'm
what it was
not
called.
here to promote them, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
And then I since did a different master of it.
Okay.
But I use some plugins. Like I'm not really set up to master stuff. You got to have like some serious.
Yeah, the tools and whatnot.
Yeah.
And gear that can warm it up and stuff too really helps.
Yep.
I'm looking for my notes for a moment. Okay. Let's talk about your bands, different bands that
Cool,
you've been a
cool.
part of,
right.
because I know you've been the list is very, very long. There's this screen, you can't see it, but if I were to start going, let's see, names performed with, oh gosh, I don't know if I should pronounce these or not. See, the Drift, I'll skip the ones I'm not sure, because there's so many. The Drifters, Carter Burwell, composer and founder for Fargo and other films, Mickey Thomas, let's see, Vicky Martinez. Oh, you play with Vicky, awesome. I know where we're at.
I mean, I've never been in her band, but yeah, we've played together.
Wait, so-
It was kind of through Flow Motion.
Oh, okay.
that I've been on stage with her the most.
Oh,
yeah.
cool. Oh, there you go. That's awesome.
Totally.
Yeah, she's incredible.
I love Vicky.
Barrett Martin, Howie Day, am I, am I saying this right? Menzel?
Idina Menzel.
Yeah, no, I knew it. I knew I was going to say it wrong. I was like, I shouldn't use it. Sean Smith. You did some work with Blake Lewis too. That's cool. Cool.
Yeah,
That's-
man. I met him back when he was B Shorty.
B Shorty, yeah. Which actually I didn't know that he had that name for a while, but
Nice.
I've heard that come at me a few times now. He's actually shown up to some of my. Did a thing called Echo. It was just looping all night,
Nice.
and he showed up a few times and
Sweet.
stayed like pretty much all night dancing his butt off. So that was fun. If you're out there, thank you for coming out and doing that. So much fun. You're amazing.
Yeah. Blake's the man. Love that guy.
Steve Scalfati, of course, he gets mentioned several times on this. That's yes, and that's all just like kind of like the big names and stuff that you've performed with. But let's talk about let's talk about the groups that you're currently a part of or spend a lot more time with.
Right. Okay.
So who are some of these groups?
Well, right now, Big Tooth is kind of the main. It's the main project, which is a group with Tim Kennedy. We started that group. It's our brainchild.
Oh,
It's like-
okay.
I started playing with TK doing Richie Al Dente.
You're right. Okay.
Like Showboat couldn't make a couple gigs. Dan Reynard couldn't make a couple gigs.
So one of my first impressions of Seattle is actually Richie Al Dente.
Nice.
It's
Yeah. It's
I was
good
like,
stuff.
who is this guy? What is going on here?
And it was I don't know. I love Tim's music. He's a great songwriter, and just a great guy, a great hang, great
Agreed.
musician,
Yeah.
and also an amazing producer. You know, he's really good. So we had this idea to start a band to make hits. Like that was our thing.
That's the goal.
Yeah, like come on, dude. We're like 40 or whatever.
But like pop hits kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, what? Yeah, pop hits. That's kind of the goal of that band.
Uh-huh.
And so, you know, we released a couple tracks, last year, back in early 2019. We were gonna just like crank them out, like we're gonna do a tune a month. Just recorded it at my house or his house, and we got two in. We got two deep with that, and then we kept. We had like two more in the can.
Okay.
Like they were mixed. Like I was ready to release them.
Oh, cool.
And then we kind of stopped and wanted to refine what we were doing. And so that's kind of where we're at right now.
Okay.
We've been working with Blash. Brian Lash is an amazing producer and engineer. He's got a studio out in Bellevue, and we've been working out there doing that. So that's the current project.
Okay.
That's kind of where I'm at with projects right now. But then also, it's the time of COVID, so I've been trying to reach out to people and collaborate.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I've got this tune if you want to play on it. Like, I don't know if we'll make any money with it or not.
Yeah,
just trying to like get people to play and not ask too much and not really expect much, just like to
It's
have
tough.
fun. It's like usually we'd be out seeing people
Yeah.
and hearing people and like playing on stage with people, but we're not doing that. So
It's tough to even just like keep your chops in shape. It's like to not
Yeah,
to
you're
not
telling me,
have
man.
a gig to really get ready for kind of thing. Not
Yeah.
have something that you're just like, or just your weekly whatevers that just kind of keep you playing, keep you warmed up in a sense, both mentally, spiritually, and physically. You know, the
Right.
whole embodiment of music itself. You know, because you can sit around by yourself making music all you want, but there's something extra special and organic about being in that band situation and having that energy of the crowd too, and
Yeah, it's huge.
it's really hard not having that these
Totally.
days. But and another group that you've spent some time with is Happy Orchestra.
Oh yeah, Happy Orchestra is great. I love playing with Tarek, and it's
Tarek, the godfather of Seattle jazz fusion.
it's true. He is the Godfather.
You know, some have called him the John Coltrane of playing too loud at Tula's.
Nice. That's good. And yeah, that's actually one of the only times I've played at Tula's was with Happy Orchestra, and it's
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
totally.
I've only done a few little jazz things there. I got featured once, but yeah. So apparently he plays too loud at Tula's, huh? The nice. I mean, I don't know. They have a big band in there. I mean, that's pretty dang
Yeah, I
loud
mean,
too.
big bands are massive
Yeah.
sound wise.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, Happy Orchestra is great. You mentioned Cracker Factory earlier, and that's like my brothers. You know, like it's just a trio. It's Denali Williams on drums and Shane Smith on bass, and you know we're going on like as that group. As that group, we're not quite to 20 years as Cracker Factory, but we're past 20 years. We're like 23 years with just like playing
Wow.
as a trio almost. And
Well, I'd like to take this opportunity to show some live footage because so many of us don't get to see what live music is actually like or was like. You know, it's like a distant memory. So I have a video that Tarek Abazid was kind enough to let us show.
Nice.
And it does feature you, and so I thought it would be a really good thing to go ahead and show.
cool.
All right, let's put that up here. Here is the Happy Orchestra.
Everybody's just going and on.
All right.
Denver said Damien is hot.
Yeah, I saw that.
Damien's hot. And Stever's got the Happy Orchestra cards, like Pokemon cards. For
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I was promised that I would be on the next batch, but that never
You're
happened.
not on yet, but just, these are top.
These are,
If you want it.
Stever, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. You're an icon in the scene, and we miss you among many, many others.
Yeah.
Habitats, thanks. Thanks, Habitats. He's from Indonesia, actually. Thanks for. I'm pretty sure. Thanks for tuning in again, Happy. He's a musician as well, a
Nice.
guitar player and singer and stuff. Yeah, he does streaming and whatnot online.
Cool.
Yeah, so that right there was taken at Tula's. That was the Happy Orchestra, which I was you saw I was a part of. It's got a very big list of people that's part of that.
Yeah, there have
ensemble.
been many incarnations of that band.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Now, our heart goes out to Tula's. Tula's actually is one of the venues that we lost recently here in Seattle. Not as a result of COVID, but more or less a result of just music still just, it was already getting hit pretty hard before this even happened. The venues are already having a really tough time, as it is, before this season. So, I've got many fond memories being at Tula's, like Greta Matassa was a staple there. I've seen her perform there a bunch of times.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she's absolutely amazing. She sings like, if you don't know Greta Matassa, she's look her up. She's worth it. She's like Ella Fitzgerald. Like, she actually saw Ella Fitzgerald perform and like followed that whole train of just like, that's what she wanted to do. And boy, can she improvise. Boy, can she all that kind of stuff. Like, she's so cool.
Totally.
So cool. Let's talk a little bit more about your. Well, actually, let's go ahead and just keep it focused on the music for now. Let's go ahead and venture into this next song that you wrote. Again, which band was this?
This was just a solo tune.
This is just a solo tune.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I had one day I had Devon Lewis and Norman Baker come over, socially distanced and masked and whatnot.
Okay.
And I just mic'd up my drums and engineered a little session with those two, and
Awesome.
I spent the rest of the day doing the rest of the tracks. Layered a couple electric guitars, and I even played my microkorg. A little
Oh,
bit on it.
really? Are you kidding me? That's super cool.
But yeah, so we're gonna be playing along with Devon and Norman, and actually my acoustic guitar tracks as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Here, wait. I'll throw on the visualizer for this one. There.
Ooh, yeah.
I got some color. All right. Here we go. This is called Make It Right. Play the right one.
We don't talk about it, though we may have tried many times before. Keep dancing around it. Dancers in our hearts, not on the floor. Live with or live without it. No matter what you got, always need some more. People, we can't find a way around it. What the hell we talking for? Kicking, screaming on the floor. Too much darkness not to shine a light. Far too many people living for a fight. The picture is hard to see. No matter what one believes, through all the catastrophe, we're losing our empathy. Just because that's how it's been, doesn't make it right. These suppression tactics, nothing new, they're old as time itself. We Well, there's too much darkness not to shine a light. Far too many people are living for a fight. It is hard to see, no matter what one day leads. Through all the catastrophe, we losing our sanity. And just because that's how it's been, it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right. No. It doesn't make it right. Yeah, man.
Oh, that was so much fun. I love it. Love it. All right. Again, here with RL Higher. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so glad to be doing this. Thank you again to everybody who's been hanging out with us. I see that we still got a solid 10 here this whole time, so that's great.
Nice.
That's absolutely great. Now, I know there's people jumping in and jumping out and that sort of thing. And I know that there's some people that are actually watching that aren't coming into the room. And I'm still saying hello to all of you out there, too. And also, hello to all the future viewers. And thank you for tuning in down the road. I'm cool with it all, you know. I'm trying to share with you these local artists that are here in Seattle that I've come to find out about. I've met, I have recognized their energy as being a very positive and uplifting one that I feel represents how we feel here in Seattle. And so these are the kinds of people I'm trying to bring in and trying to put out there so the world can see who Seattle is, you know, besides, you know, what they might hear about, like the Seattle Freeze and all that stuff. We actually give each other hugs here and stuff like that. So
We do.
It's true.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't give hugs right now.
It's killing me. It's killing me.
All of us. Oh, but that's all right. That's all right. Because we have faith and we have hope and we have love in our hearts and we're gonna get through this. So that was so much fun. That was called Make It Right. That was an original by RL, and you wrote the whole song. It's a collaboration as far as the instrumentation goes.
I wrote that tune.
Okay, awesome.
I did try to like Tim Kennedy and I have done a couple things where we like pass a tune back and forth or whatever, and so I was trying to like force that one, and I sent it to Nate.
Yeah,
Nate
and
Bogalski too.
those who saw the video a little bit ago, that was Tim Kennedy that was playing the piano there in the Tula's video.
Indeed.
So if you're wondering who he is, that's who he is. And I do hope to bring him on the show at some point. I book about a month in advance, and I'm just not there yet. So, anyways, so I hope that'll happen. Hope to make that happen. So okay, so I want to show you guys another video. This is another song that you've written. You did this with the Cracker Factory, which is kind of more of a group sort of thing, but this particular song you wrote.
Yep.
This is a song. I wanted to show this. It's so cool, and I think it fits kind of the time of where we're at right now. And it's a really cool animation. And yeah, it's really cool. So I just want to go ahead and show you this music video. You can see it later again on YouTube. Make sure you check out RL's website and whatnot. RL Hire. I almost got through the whole interview with that statement. Yeah. The information will be available. It'll be on the very end of the whole thing. You'll be able to see it. It'll be at the bottom of your screen and whatnot. But here, check out this really cool video of, what's the name of the tune?
Mean Old Uncle Sam.
Mean Old Uncle Sam. Here we go.
Little by little, inch by inch, got to tighten up my belt, got to give that baby a cinch. Got a foot on the road, one in the ditch. Got a mean old Uncle Sam, he's a son of a bitch. Was there ever a moment? Was there ever a time when there wasn't Big Brother just a scraping out your last dime? Tax the poor, we gotta feed the rich. Got a mean old Uncle Sam, he's a son of a bitch. Well, there's a healthy crop of people that are confident in what they believe, and a magician in the corner with a lot of tricks left up his sleeve. Well, you could let me spin a yarn, but I got another basket to weave. So maybe I'll leave the decisions to the powerful, rich or the blind. Everyone that they make will only take us further behind the rest of the world without a hitch. 'Cause I mean old Uncle Sam, he's a son of a bitch. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Ow! Hey, 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 hey. Well, there's a healthy crowd of people that are confident in what they believe. The magician in the corner with a lot of tricks left up his sleeve. You could let me spin a yarn, but I got another basket to weave. So maybe I'll leave the decisions to the powerful, rich or the blind. Everyone that they make will only take us further behind. Oh, rest of the world without a hitch. 'Cause that mean old Uncle Sam, he's a son of a bitch. Yeah, that mean old Uncle Sam, he's a son of a bitch. Yeah, yeah, I said that mean old Uncle Sam, he's a son of a
Oh, isn't that awesome? I have to say, I really enjoyed that video. Like okay. So say the name of the animator.
His name's Josh Clark.
Yeah, Josh Clark. I believe it was inside the credits, but I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, and he's like I was telling you earlier. He's a great guitarist. He's best known for his work with the band Tea Leaf Green, kind of big on the jam scene, the darlings of San Francisco.
Oh,
Like they've been around for a long time. We got to, when I was in Flow Motion, we got to play the Fillmore with them. We opened
Wow.
up for them.
Wow.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
to play the
wow.
Fillmore. Like, so much history there.
wow. Yeah, definitely. Wow. Yeah, I'd be really beside myself with that. So I wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about what you have coming up. Any particular things?
Yes. Well, first off, this Friday, if you feel like going to a show, there's a cool live stream happening. Liveconcertsstream.com is going to be broadcasting.
That's a great organization. If you want to be watching high quality shows, high quality camera footage, high quality audio, they do everything right.
Totally.
Yeah, I've done a few shows with them
Nice.
as well.
Yeah, they're solid. And they're doing a production from the Royal Room, and it's Kathy Moore Superpower Trio, and Kathy asked me to be like the honorary member of that band, and so we're gonna
That's awesome.
we're gonna do Pink Floyd's album Animals,
Wow.
and it's very pertinent these days.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to do it. We've had a couple of rehearsals, and it sounds great. So much fun to play that music, and like we mentioned before, I love playing with Kathy. I mean, she's just got so much good energy, so talented.
So I mentioned to some viewers, yeah, she is very, very talented. My first impression of Kathy, you're gonna love this. The first impression I have of Kathy was my band Tetrabox opened up for Molasses, but before Molasses we actually technically I guess was opening up for Thadalac.
Oh, Thadalac. Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
Thadalac,
Thadalac.
which I do hope to get him on here too. That is, I've already actually talked to him about this. I've had an idea about doing this show about 2 years ago, so like
Nice,
I've
nice.
wanted to do it for quite a while, and I already asked him way ahead of time, like, would you be willing to sit down and do an interview sometime? And he's like, for you, yes. I was like,
Awesome.
for anybody else, no. I was like, really? That's really nice. So that's really cool. So you'll get an exclusive. Hey, I'm just letting you know. I wanted this. Speaking of exclusives, you have a song that is going to be coming out soon.
Yeah.
And you wanted to show them a little bit of the snippet. I've kind of picked a random spot. I'm not sure exactly where it's at in the track here. But I figure I shouldn't show the very beginning because I don't want to give away your intro. That would just be,
Right.
you know. So I figured about a quarter of the way, third of the way in. Is
I
probably,
mean, the spot I would prefer is like about 35 seconds into the song, like first
Okay,
verse, and then
that's
like hit that chorus.
that's about right where I'm at here.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
And this
All right.
this is a Big Tooth song.
Okay, awesome. So what's the name of this again?
The song is called Hold Tight.
Hold tight.
And,
All right.
And yeah.
So hold tight for this exclusive. Here we go.
It can work like a dream. Go to the place where all the good-hearted people
Okay, that's all you're getting. That's all you're getting. That's a little taste, little taster.
Hold tight.
Yeah, cool. Excuse me. That's really, really awesome. I haven't had a drink of water in a while.
Get it.
Yeah. Do you have anything else that is coming up at all? Oh, and by the way, if audience, if this is your last chance, if you're watching right now and you, oh, by the way, Apitats, I'm so sorry, Malaysia, you're from Malaysia. I should put that in the video because that I said earlier, and the chat won't be there. So I apologize for that. I was saying there's so many countries. Oh my gosh, it's hard to keep them all straight. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Anything else?
Questions?
Yeah, questions. Thank you. Yes, if you have any questions for my guest, right now is your opportunity. I have a thing here, sitting here. I'm watching. Susan said, "Cool song." Yeah.
Thanks, Susan.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'll give you just a moment for that. Go ahead and let's see. I already asked if there was anything else coming up. Is there anything else?
I mean,
I'll get a drink of water.
everything's kind of in limbo, you know. I mean, there's there's a Happy Orchestra thing through live concert stream as well.
Okay.
Also at the Royal Room. That's November 6th. There's a Big Tooth trio live at the Fid. The Fiddler's Inn has been doing things on Monday nights, a stream, and so we're gonna do just Tim and Nate and myself. We're gonna do one of their streams.
Awesome.
And that's November 16th.
November 16th?
Yeah.
All right.
I probably forgot something. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I don't think we have a date solidified. There's a thing with Joe Doria and Scott Goodwin and Mark Matry, but we don't have a date solidified yet.
Okay.
But
Cool.
that'll be happening.
No, that'll be cool. It'll be cool when it does happen. So you make sure you visit rlhire.com to figure out where things are. But is there a
it's that site's mostly just like a hub. Like you can find like my Bandcamp on there.
Yeah, make sure you go there. There's
Apple
lots of
Music.
music released out. Lots of music. Bigtooth.bandcamp.com. A lot of Bandcamps. Go to the Bandcamps and type in the word LR higher, and you will. I have to keep doing that. And you will find all kinds of stuff. Type it into the Google and see where it leads you. It's a windy road. You will. It's fun. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't believe there is. So then at this point, the last thing that I like to wrap up all my shows with is an opportunity for my guests to put a message out to the world. Like if you could say something to every single person at one time, like if there was just like something you could just take from your head and go, "Bloop," have this piece of knowledge. Is there anything that you would want to say to people? Is there anything you would want to be able to say to the world?
Yeah. I mean, just let's love each other. Let's focus. We're all so much alike, and we need to focus on what makes us humans instead of what makes us different, because there's always going to be things that make us different. But those things are so small when compared to everything else, you know? Like we've got bigger fish to fry, so to speak. You know, we've got I don't want to get too much into it, but we've got some problems on this planet. We need to work together as people and solve them.
Yeah.
And if we do that, we can move mountains if just working together as people can. we've done great things in the past, and we need to do it again.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man.
Yeah.
Really, the marvels of humanity, the things we've been able to create. It's like the concept of being able to clean up the ocean or something like that. It's like people think of that as such a daunting task, but I'm like, well, there's 7 billion people, and if we all picked up one piece of garbage, that's 7 billion pieces of garbage that got picked up.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just saying. So it's
Totally.
it's like it's not that, you know. So everybody pick up 2. Whoa, you know. So I mean, we can. I believe that we can accomplish. I believe that we can. That's awesome. Thank you for that piece of advice. There you have it. Again, one more time, RL Hire. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for
and
having me,
this
Joey.
was, yeah, of course. Thank you so much, man. It's so much fun playing your music. It's so much fun hearing you do your live looping. Make sure you check out his websites, and remember, your support means everything. Again, what tips and stuff that we get tonight with the screen that I'm about to show you, I will be splitting it with our guest here, so that way, you know, because we all are struggling really hard to get our bread and butter these days, especially as artists, you know. So.
For sure.
All right. So on that note, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you again for tuning in to weekly Wednesday sessions. I'm again your host, Joy Walbaum, aka Soul Bomb. This is RL Hire, and next week we have Chad Red Light of Dawn.
Oh yeah, red light.
Yeah. All right, y'all. You have a wonderful, wonderful night. Wonderful day if you're seeing this today, and I'll see you next week.